Yo, what's up, guys? It's your boy Stone. I'm here with Benito from Kentucky. We're doing a client interview. He's been on SBAA VIP for Benito. How long you been on the pigs, man?
For about 2 months now.
So, how did you get to my YouTube page? You just find me randomly, or
I did. I found you randomly. I work third shift, so during my whole shift at work, I just listen to different sports betters, and basically, gather up all your guys' insights and info and put it all together and make me a couple slips throughout the day. And I ran across your video and you were talking about UFC, and I just recently became a big fan of UFC, so I said, you know
right?
what? Let me give this guy a shot. And it's been great
So,
ever since.
have you been telling the UFC bets like since I mean, you were with me, so you said 2 months. I think you were part of that wave of guys that signed up on Sports Millions, got you on that package. Um,
Yeah, you
and
got me on a package. And actually the first I used your code on one of the apps. It was either Better or Boom, and you get your first bet free, basically whatever you put down on the app. And I killed it that night with
that's
with a couple of your picks. I
that's
think
awesome,
I
man.
profited like well over 500 that night off a free bet.
Just off signing up on a brand new app, and they give you incentive to do that too. So I do, believe it or not, I try to, like, those apps give me a nice cut, but I actually like say, hey, look, like, if you got the cash, like, just go sign up. Like, don't just stay on one app, go take advantage. It's like the idea of, like, if you walked into a casino in Kentucky or Ohio and went to the blackjack table and put down $100 bill, you can expect the dealer to give you back 200?
Yeah, definitely
No,
not.
right? Yeah, so we gotta do what we gotta do is, sports betters. We gotta take advantage of where they're giving us free money. That's
Have
awesome
to.
though. So, like, let me ask you this. So you're in Kentucky. I'm very familiar with that state. We're neighbors. I live in Tennessee,
Yeah.
also a sports book state. So have you been actually like telling these VIP parlays that I've been spitting out on UFC the last pretty much since RoboCop beat us, Gregor Rodriguez, right around the Super Bowl?
Yeah, everything you put out, if I catch it, I'm gonna put it
So
in.
you're digging the profits. We had last Saturday was rough, but we bounced back this week, and UFC's been really strong since. I mean, we had that one bad week with RoboCop, and then we had a bad week last week. But when you're profiting 3 out of 4 weeks on UFC events, we're in the
Yeah,
green.
yeah, definitely.
So, tell these guys a little bit more about yourself. You said you already told us how long you've been sports betting. What's like your, like, if you as a sports better, like, if you had to put your emotions aside beyond that, what's your, like, favorite sport to watch, and then, like, what's your actual favorite sport to bet on?
So I love sports. I watch all sports, basketball, football, definitely. I I love gambling on basketball and football, and then watching it hit. Ain't nothing like it. Especially UFC too. I just recently became a big fan of UFC.
Yeah, it's sweeping across America right now, man. It's a phenomenon. It's a real thing. I don't know what took guys like us, you and me, so long to buy into it, because I didn't really get into it till last year, to be honest
Yeah.
with you.
Well, I think it's becoming even bigger now because most of the sports books are legal in a bunch of states now, and everybody can gamble on it and watch it live hit. And
So I just want to touch up on one quick thing, and then I'll ask you a few more questions about yourself, man. Um, can you see my screen right here or no?
yeah,
Okay, so these plays, these were these AI plays I've been sending out. Now I know because we've already talked about this. Sports Millions isn't legal in Kentucky, correct?
correct.
But Dabble actually has a lot of these lines, and like the guys
Yeah,
that get these plays, they're getting creative. I think you're one of them. They get creative and they go find everything and they just try to mash it up themselves. If like an app isn't legal like this, like uh, you've
yeah.
seen the
So
YouTube videos, dude. We've been just on fire. So like people see these reds and they're like, "Oh, dude, you suck. Look, you lost 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7." But that's only like $140. This just made half of that back. This made all of it back. This made us 72. This made us 144, and this made us 231 in literally one weekend of AI slips. And I think we still might even have one open, which is insane.
yeah,
So,
yeah.
have you been fucking around with these AI soccer plays at all?
Uh,
Or
of course. The only bad thing about it is, I got to go to like Underdog or Boom. Uh,
Boom has
sometimes
some decent payouts. I don't have affiliate with them anymore, but they do. You can. That's the beauty, and you know this. Like you have Boom, do you have Chalkboard?
I do. I got basically everything
Sleeper,
except
you got
no,
Better.
I don't got Sleeper and I don't
Sleeper's
got
not
Sports
legal though. That's
Million.
right. Yeah. Do you
Yeah,
have Better though? Better's legal there
yeah,
now.
yeah.
Okay.
Better. I could pop couple of them hockey plays on Better most of the time.
So can you just give like a basic ballpark idea? No bullshit. Like you got on basically for signing up to an app. Pretty much for free, whatever you deposited. Can you like let these guys just kind of give them an idea, just if you're telling the picks at SBA, forget everything else you've done. How much like profit do you think you've made just off telling the picks over, the course of what, 2 months now? And
Uh,
tell everybody kind of what you're betting
so
per play too.
so it's hard to put a number on it because I literally like I'm bad with bankroll management. I definitely need to touch up on that, but I have literally paid my rent, my car note, just all kinds of different random bills off slips that I've won. I've been with you for about 2 months now, and I've profited well over 3,000. And I that's just
For
you know
basically
not
for free though, right? Like I
yes,
never charged you a penny. And
correct.
now, did you like? So I think I know which plan you're on. You signed up with that Sports Millions wave when we went like nuclear on YouTube, and
Yeah,
did you actually like? I think you actually got on that $55 month pass, maybe something like that I was
yeah,
promoting. Yeah.
yeah,
Okay.
yeah. I
So
got on that the next month.
so
Um, I
when
one
you
quick
said,
thing.
yeah,
You
sure, go ahead.
like literally after the first night, I followed your picks on UFC. I literally used all that profit from Boom that day, that the next day to pay my rent. I didn't have to get in my paycheck or anything. That's just from one night. Off of I usually I bet about 5 to 10, no more than $20 a slip. Just
on
depends.
on on DFS.
Yes, on
Okay.
DFS.
Yeah, no, that's good, bro. I mean, you see what I bet. I bet look, I have a lot of like liquid physical assets, but the people call me, people that know me, they call me conservative Keith. I found my spot. I just like to roll it out, and I preach. And You might even see it, like, I'm sure you've seen it. Like, I literally say, "Hey guys, this is a quarter unit play for me." I literally, like, when I send a VIP slip out on Winnable, you know what I'm saying? I say 0.25 units. So even the guys that bet, like $20 a play, I'm basically saying just go five on this slip.
Yeah.
Just go 10 on this slip if it's a half unit slip. Now we hit that free play to down YouTube finally, thank God. Are you pretty active on there still, or do you just kind of? You sound like a busy guy. How many days a week are you working right now, man?
I work 6 days a week, a third shift. So um sometimes I'll catch some YouTube videos, but
What are
most of the
you what
time,
are you into? Are you into like construction? Are you like a forklift driver? Are you working
no.
warehouse work?
Yeah, I work at Tyson.
Tyson. Okay, yeah.
Yeah.
I think I'm a former truck driver, man. Uh, I I was out on the road for 6 years. I started this YouTube channel literally like it was like last January, so a little over a year and a half ago, or year and what, 3 months, I guess, 2 months. Um, so yeah, I get along with everybody. Like we're about to, and you're more than welcome to go. And the fact that how far away do you live from Great American Ballpark, bro? Like, gotta be
15
close.
minutes.
Are you serious?
Yeah.
So you're like right on the state line of Ohio.
Yeah.
Okay, I know right where you're at. Okay, so my plan was to bring back the see that shirt right there, sports betting across America. We're gonna go back to that in the summer. Get in the camper with me and Bella, my dog. You might have seen her, you might not have. It's just me and her. I don't got kids like you. I don't got a wife. I'm kind of free and I can just do what I want. But
Lucky
um,
man. Lucky man.
yeah, I hats off to you fathers though, man. I got a lot of respect for you guys, especially the good ones.
Yeah.
And never my advice on that is never take the father out of the household. I believe in that to the core of my being.
Yeah.
I come from a broken family, and I know how important a father is in the home. So mad respect, bro.
Thank
But
you.
um, that's great. 6 days a week. I always say it. If you're gonna be a guy that really wants to get ahead, you have to work 6 days a week in this country, the world we live in. If you're not working at least the extra day, like you're falling behind. And I always say it like days off are kind of for losers. And if you're gonna take one day off, make it the Lord's Day and just take Sundays off. We bet 7 days a week here. You know that. You see my slips. We never take days off here. I just hired a new secretary. She's from California. Her name's Bobby. Um, I know she's gone through the transformation of being a um, YouTube fan to a VIP client to now like she's so like into it that I literally hired her. And her
Great.
goal, she wants to move out to the south, like where you and I live. She wants to move down here. She wants to get out. Um, I think she said she was thinking about moving to Texas. I don't know if she did or not, but um, I don't care about that. She's just going to be on the team. She's going to do some clerical work, responding to emails, things like that. And then she's also gonna like I've basically like hired her to like look up some research that can save me time. Like she's ready. She's ready to go. So the team is growing. I don't want it to just be me. I want it to be like a team here. And her daughter probably will be hired eventually too. It sounds very likely. And then we have like a little tight knit group where it's like eventually everyone on the VIP, like, so I'll just say my game plan. When the Braves come home, I'm going down to Atlanta. We're gonna go. We got a lot of guys on the VIP that are in Alabama. We got a lot. We have a couple girls. Mary is in Alabama, good looking girl. She got we're on Snapchat now. And then we got a lot of guys in Georgia and South Carolina, so they're all kind of close. We're going to go see a game. But my plan after that is to kind of run up my way to Cincinnati and then just probably stay on 75, go up to Detroit, cut over to Cleveland. You know the drill. Chicago, maybe see Wrigley. I've been to the White Sox Stadium. That's what that background was you've seen on the YouTube videos. But yeah, I'm going to get like the real, like, because I am a real world guy. I'm not like one of these fucking scammers that like, I show you the losers too, guys. Look, like, let me show you. See, there's the losers, but there's the winners that pay for the losers. So we do it right here. We try to do it right here. And it's just an exciting time to be alive, brother. It really
Yeah,
is. Like,
it is.
the world, we have unlimited opportunities. And even if we can like help anybody, whether it's you or anybody else, make like even 500 extra bucks a month, that's massive. That you do that, that's 6 grand a year, you know? So that's what I'm here to do. And like, I also like, I'm a realist. Like, I have affiliate partnerships with a lot of these companies, but I also understand like how predatory a lot of these sports books are. And like, maybe I should just change my name from Keystone to Robin Hood, because that's the mentality I have lately is like, fuck these books. We're in a war with them. We're going to take them on head on, and we're going to fucking be an army and do it together. So I'm glad you're with me. And
Yeah.
where are you originally from? You always been from Kentucky?
No, man. I'm from Cleveland, Ohio, actually. Well up north.
So straight out of Cleveland, or are you like up there, like off Lake Erie,
Straight out of
Lake Erie,
Cleveland.
right?
Straight out of Cleveland.
Straight out of Cleveland. So that's where you're
Yeah.
born. Are you a Cavs fan?
Oh yeah. Big
So
Cavs
you
fan.
do. So this is cool. This is cool because you know how my feelings are about the NBA. I got very mixed feelings. I'm a Pacers fan. Don't really follow them that much anymore. I'm kind of more of a Players fan these days. But
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
your Cavs are pretty good this year. Do you think they can beat Boston?
Man, uh, I do. I really, really do. And I am praying for I am the biggest LeBron fan that there is, okay?
See,
I
that's
am
where you and I are going to butt heads.
praying.
But continue.
I am praying for a finals with the Lakers and the Cavs, and we win one without LeBron.
Well, I'll tell you right now. You want my yeah. This is where the conspiracy side just comes out of me. I can't help it. Okay. If the Celtics don't make the East, the Lakers have to. So you might be onto something. What I mean by that is I'm telling you the truth. I learned this in 1999. So I watched that year the Spurs sweep Shaq and Kobe. You had Duncan, you had Robinson, very good team. And the Pacers were leading the series against the Knicks 2-1. And the series just went so lopsided from there. Like Larry Johnson, just go Google it or YouTube it. The Larry Johnson 4-point play. Nobody will ever forget it. Once you see it, you're like, how in the fuck? He like didn't even touch him, and they called a foul on a 3-point shot. He made the free throw, and then the entire series was just tilted. I was like, okay, whatever. The next year, that's when I really had my eyes opened. So the Pacers actually beat the Knicks, and then the Lakers in Portland played later that night. I guess it was a Sunday, if I had to guess. And you gotta remember something. Shaq and Kobe, they went up 3-1 on Scottie Pippen, Arvydas Sabonis. Who's
Yeah,
that other guy? That Rasheed Wallace. I mean, that Blazers team, good. They went up 3-1, but Portland figured something out like in game 5, and they just dominated the Lakers. They beat them in game 5. They beat them in game 6, and they had them beat for the same exact recipe for 3 quarters in game 7. And all of a sudden, like, they let the Lakers just get away with fucking murder. And I was like, wow. And some guy, I remember, like, even before the age of social media, some guy was saying, like, yeah, nobody's going to tune into a Portland, Indiana finals.
yeah,
So my theory is, like, you need one of two things in the NBA finals. You either have to have the superstars of the league, the Jokers, the Curry. Curry's the best ratings dream ever. So don't rule out the Warriors. He really is. Like, you look at
yeah,
all their ratings, Curry dominates. But LA, huge market. Bay Area, pretty big market. Boston, massive media market. Knicks, massive media market. So if you got one, you got to almost have the other. If it's not a superstar in there, you have to kind of have a big market team. So that's my theory.
Yeah,
I hope your Cavs win, man. I hope your Cavs win with all LeBron. I don't like LeBron. I really don't. I think he's kind of a.
Have you seen the stuff with Stephen A. Smith and LeBron lately? Wow.
Oh yeah, but it's all show.
Wow.
Yeah, I've heard a lot of other things about LeBron. I'm not even gonna. I don't want Google to like ban me, bro. But I've heard some really bad stuff about LeBron. Dark stuff. Uh, don't know if it's true or not, but I'll just say this: do I respect the guy from what he's done on the court? Absolutely. His longevity. I actually used to like LeBron in before he made the decision when he went to Miami the first time. That's when
Yeah.
I stopped liking him. When he was in those Cavs teams that were with like God, what was that big tall white guy you guys had?
Agauskas.
Yeah, what's his first name? Zizisco Gausis. Yeah, I know. Yeah, I know him. And then you guys had a couple little ballers for you too. I'm trying to think back.
Delonte West, Mo Williams, Boobie Gibson.
Yeah, you're a Cavs fan. You know them all.
Yeah.
Good teams. They fought hard. That's when I liked LeBron. It's just like Tracy McGrady. Like I like that era right there, like the mid to teens, early teens, 2010 ish. You
Yeah.
had these like pure scorers. Like Tracy McGrady could just literally take over a basketball game. He's probably like one of the most underrated scorers that ever played in the NBA. And you watch, and
Definitely.
some of these guys that haven't watched the NBA like before that, they don't understand like how different the game is now. It's like it's so different. And so when I see LeBron like dominating at the 4, even the 5 sometimes, I'm like, dude, that shit. Like, you have Netflix?
Yeah.
Have you ever watched that documentary about the Pacers and the Pistons, Malice at the Palace?
No, I haven't seen it.
Bro, you gotta watch it, bro. It's on Netflix. It's probably the best one of the best sports documentaries they've ever done. Malice at the Palace. It's when Jermaine O'Neal. I don't know. Jermaine O'Neal. I met him. I actually have a picture of him. I could probably have my cousin send that. I'll probably put it on YouTube just to prove it. So I met this guy in Miami down at the Heat Arena, and we walked in, and we were like flying like we used to work for the airlines when I was a kid, and then I went into some other stuff, but we flew to Miami. We didn't even know the Pacers were in town that night. We just went to party in Miami, and then we found out, oh shit, Reggie's in town. Reggie didn't playing that night, but there was a door right out in front of the arena. We like literally snuck in, and we were in like suits because we were flying standby like on our own airline, so we had to be like dressed to be able to sit in first class to create an image, right? It's all one big mirage.
Yeah.
So we get off the plane, we go check into the hotel, and I'm like, dude, the Pacers are in town tonight, we're going. So I took my buddy, my cousin Jace, and we go down there, and like we're dressed sharp, and we walk right in. Everyone just assumed we belong there. We like literally went to like the pre-shoot around, not even the one that all the fans are around. It was like a pre-shoot around, and Jermaine O'Neal was there. And my cousin's just like, hey, what's up, man? He came over, talked to us. He's like, hey, where are you guys from? We're like, we're from Cali, but we're big Reggie fans, blah, blah, blah. Took a picture with us. We have one with him in Miami. A month later, we went to the normal shoot around in Phoenix. We happened because that's where my airline kind of went through. So we're always in Phoenix, like every other weekend practically. And it was loud. Everyone's shooting hoops. There's music in the background. My cousin was a very persistent guy. He kept yelling, Jermaine, Jermaine. And then Jermaine looked over finally, and he like nodded at us, and he starts walking over, and he's like, my cousin's like, hey, Jermaine, you remember us from Miami last month? He's like, yeah, what y'all doing out here? So we took another picture with him. So, but I'm telling you right now, dude, what I'm telling you about Jermaine O'Neal, you got to watch Mouse at the Palace, bro. Like the forehand, like extension, just boom, that this guy laid on a fucking fan that was like threatening his teammates. It is like the
Yeah.
most legendary shit I've ever seen. You will never see anything like what happened in the Palace at Auburn Hills. Not even that far from you. If you just take 75 up there, past Cincy and
Yeah, we were
straight up there.
we were talking about going to an Indiana game. A couple of my friends actually went to one uh, to see Steph Curry, actually, last time he was in town, but he didn't end up playing. They were really upset about it.
There, I'm gonna tell you the truth. I saw him go to the conference finals last year. Saw him lose to Boston. Boston beat your Cavaliers. Indiana is probably, and like I'm not really biased. I got my teams up there. I got some cups and stuff, but the Pacers, they're deep as fuck. Like they're dirty deep, and
Yeah.
they're the type of team that could literally just weigh you down over a 7-game series. I think they were probably ran out a little bit of gas in that Knicks series. Boston was
Yeah.
just sitting there waiting, and who knows? But
Yeah,
I wouldn't rule them
I,
out. I wouldn't rule them
I
out,
like Indiana. I like Tyrese, uh, Obi Toppin.
dude. It could be a starter on most teams.
Yeah, definitely. And his points line is ridiculously low on the sports books,
You
man.
should
They're
start
like
attacking
freaking
more. 100%.
it's literally like at 8.5 or 9.5 all the time.
So, are you into college football at all?
Not really. No, not really. But I'm a big Buckeyes fan, of course, but
Oh, so you're happy then?
yeah, yeah.
Okay. So I'll tell you the truth. Before you found me, we were printing cash on this channel on NFL correlated stacks, but dude, college really profitable. This year wasn't the best for correlation. It was kind of a weird year where it's like, a quarterback would hit, but like the top two receivers didn't, and he just spread it out to like 8 guys, kind of almost
Yeah.
like the NFL is, right? But the year before that, we really kicked ass. But in January, probably like right around the time you might have found my channel, dude, we got fucking hot. I had the VIP up 100 units in like uh probably like 2 weekends. So let's just say 50 units a week. No bullshit. 50 units a week. So if you're betting $100 a play, I had you up 10 grand in 2 weeks. No bullshit. So when I offer these guys these like, cheap passes and they're like, skeptical still, that's where an interview like this is just going to help. And it's going to be like, I could show them all these plays I want. And I think a lot of them, unfortunately, have just probably been scammed before on the internet and they're just like hesitant. But then it's like there's so many people that have bought it in the last 2 weeks. It's actually insane. Like my numbers are just going through the roof. And I literally try to like kind of be a guy for the people and I try to make it accessible to them where it practically like, like that $55 a month pass deal I had going. I mean, dude, you see that we hit this in like a fucking slip.
Yeah.
It's just insane. It pays for itself. And I try to preach like, hey, don't view this as a cost. It's an investment and it literally just takes care of itself. But um, so have you ever considered maybe starting your own YouTube channel with your sports knowledge beyond UFC? You said you just got into that. You're not really into college football. What are your like primary sports that you absolutely love and obsess and follow over other? I mean, I think the NBA is one of them. What are some other ones?
Uh, so I follow basically all sports. I'm just really big into football and basketball.
We got to get you into college. In fact, during college season, I had to drive to Kentucky once a week or Alabama once a week. I'm much closer to Alabama than I'm Kentucky. I'm on the south side of Tennessee, but I did make my way up to Kentucky for multiple reasons, especially when Dabble wasn't legal here. Now Dabble's legal in Tennessee, thank God. So
Yeah.
I probably won't be coming up your way very much this next season, but Tennessee has this you can't bet on college player props, so I have to drive to Alabama or send one of my there's a guy in California I pay. I literally just say, hey, I'll pay you $1 a slip to set it and send it to me. And you know how our VIP goes. There might be a day where he makes $30. There might be a day when he makes $10. But
Yeah.
guess what? By the end of the month, all of a sudden he just made $300-400 for practically just like, oh, I can do that. Doom, doom, send it and send me the screenshot. So
Easy money.
yeah, SBA Nation, baby. Anything else you want to tell the audience? You want to give a shout out to like your wife or anything like that, or are you just here for the sports gambling, brother?
Just here for the sports gambling, man. Hope hope you keep on doing what you're doing, man. You're great at it. I appreciate you. Uh, yeah, thanks, man.
Well, we're definitely trying to do it as a team. That's the beautiful thing. I appreciate you, brother. I appreciate you coming on, taking the time to do this interview.
No problem.
It helps me tremendously when guys can see like a real world conversation. Like it's just me and a random guy from Kentucky or the next guy that is going to do an interview is from Rhode Island. We're all the same people. Like we're just God's creatures. We're here to live a life, but we all have this, whatever passion for sports. We like betting on things, and I'm sure you've watched my YouTube. I tell these guys all the time, we're in a war with these books. Like it's us versus them. And if we can start a little militia, and you might have even seen it at sometimes when I'll send a play out and all of a sudden 100 people go fucking set it. All of a sudden, like a line dabble might say, oh shit, there's something going on here. Like they'll take the line down or they'll adjust it. You know what I mean? Like it happens. It's a real
Oh
thing.
yeah,
And we
yeah.
have the power with us, with the people in the militia. And yeah, bro, I appreciate you and pleasure meeting you.
You too, man. You too.
Yeah, and I will definitely, Benito, let you know when I'm coming to Great American Ballpark. I'm looking forward to it. It's one I have not been to yet. You're blessed that you live that close. I'm really hoping Nashville is the one that gets that next expansion team. They need one more team to make it even. And I pray that Nashville's that team because dude, I'll abandon my Giants. That's actually a Rockies Cup up there just because I went there last year. Just, it's just a little showboat, but um, dude, if Nashville gets its OG team, I will abandon my Giants. I'll do it. I'll literally become a Nashville fan,
Yeah,
100%.
I'd say so.
Yeah, well, and I'll keep my allegiances to the Bay Area from the Sharks and the Niners. People always hate on the Bay Area, like, oh, you guys are a bunch of what, but you know what, like good fan base. Niners, they're so frustrating. Just seeing them make these Super Bowls, losing to the Chiefs, and then seeing the Eagles literally execute what I literally thought the Niners should have done, but Kyle Shanahan so damn conservative, kind of like me with my bets. I got a lot of money to throw around, and like I still just keep betting like $25 on, the next guy. I'm not gonna lie to you. His name's Mike. He's from Rhode Island, dude. This guy, you saw those dabble plays I said for like $25. They were in like 700, almost 800 and like six something. This guy was betting like $75, dude. He was tripling my bets. This guy literally made like $5,000 in a weekend on the SBA picks.
Hell yeah.
He's a little more aggressive on his bets, but I'm like, damn, like I just like to keep it right in the middle. I just never
Yeah,
change my bet size. It doesn't matter how much money I have in the
yeah,
bank. I just like betting quarter units on this. You see me, I'll get a little more aggressive on the books because it's a little different mentality. It's like you can take
yeah,
huge favorites and kind of work it down. But when you're talking DFS, you know, that's why I stress to these guys like the three picks are the best because if we're getting 6x, it's basically like, the difference between that and a two pick is literally like -130 and -105. I would just rather take the -105 and trust my guts. We got robbed on a dabble play too today too. I don't know if you saw that. Rutschman was one hit runner RBI short of another 6x hit. He's the only one that missed.
No, I woke up too late for the I didn't wake up until freaking 2 or 3 today. I missed out on all the MLB plays. I was really, really upset about it too.
Well, we hit a few. It was MLB. It's I keep missing like these little like the easy ones. Like it's like a guide just to get a hit. It's like, they bat 250, 300. It's like, okay, we should get a hit. It's like 0.13 on sleeper, chalkboard, whatever. They'll start to come. MLB, a lot of times these hitters can be slow this time of season. And you know how it is. You live in Kentucky. We're getting like, I'm not sure if it's like what it is right now here, but it's kind of warm out today, kind of humid. We also had like a little tornado threat allegedly coming
Yeah,
in,
we
but
did too. We did
yeah,
too.
yeah.
Yeah,
All right, brother.
I usually bet about 5 to 10 bucks a slip, but when you put the plays out that say AI on it, I usually throw about five
Double it.
more bucks on it. Yeah,
That's
usually at
smart.
least. Yeah,
And just, like I try to give you guys like literally like I don't want to say it's like the holy grail or anything, but I try to give you guys like the blueprint where it's like if you're gonna bet the same amount on every bet, that's perfectly fine. But when I say like my unit size is $100 a play, that means like if you're betting $10 a play, and I say, hey, I'm going quarter unit on this, just bet 250 until it starts to rise. And then once you have X amount of money in these apps, you bump it up to 5, you bump it up to 10. Bro, I literally went from $5 a play in not this last football season, but the one before it. I went from 5 to 10 to 20 to 30, 40 to 50 to 100 in one season on Price Picks, and they limited me because I beat them for about 15 grand. No bullshit. I should, it was before like my real YouTube vlogging days. God, dude.
yeah.
I mean,
I've
if people
seen.
just follow the instructions, bro, they're gonna get profits. I promise you. Just like all these guys, follow the instructions, boys. We're gonna fucking cash slips. You have the benefit of like having access to everything. You have the books too. That's huge for you, bro.
Yeah,
On
yeah.
the VIP, really is big. So we're gonna sign off. I appreciate you coming on, Benito. And any last things you want to say, or is that pretty much it,
No,
bro?
no
Love
problem,
you.
man.
Appreciate you coming on.
You
Peace.
too, man. You have a good one.
You too.